Hey everybody, we're back with episode 56 of Beers in the Lot. Sorry for the delay this week with the holiday. Kind of threw our schedule off a little bit, but better late than never. This week we were talking about me and Johnny's time that we had at the Draft Experience Tournament in Laurel. Somehow we keep talking about the Hurricanes and they got mentioned again. And a couple other random topics like Nickelodeon shows and how to play people who are good. I don't know. Let's go.
Vigorous pour from Rigsby as always. Danny with the pour. Aaron, are you a bottle bro or a can bro this evening?
Bottle gang today.
All right. What are you drinking?
I have, coming out of the Susquehanna Brewing Company, a Hop Accelerator West Coast style IPA.
Uh-oh. Oh my. Aaron expanding his palate.
No
Says
way.
It's got Citra, Simcoe, Cascade, and Amarillo hops. Supercharged IPA, hopped up. I don't know. I took Daniel's advice, and it's like it's been in the freezer for the past like 45 minutes.
So you should have poured it into a glass.
Should I?
Yes.
Should I?
Yeah.
I would for an IPA, yes, sir.
You should.
I don't want the taste.
It gives you the taste of the hops.
I don't want the hops.
Especially that one. I heard they added more to it lately, yeah.
You should have poured it into a Beers in the Lot glass.
Fair enough.
Like I have.
Like I have too, yes.
Yeah,
Yes.
noob.
Yes, indeed. But I want it to stay as cold as possible. And glasses do...
You could have chilled your mug.
yeah, I didn't do that, though. I've got it in a bottle. It's perfectly
No,
cold.
you never put it into a chilled glass. It kills the flavor.
Well, Aaron just wants it like
I
ice
don't
cold.
want the flavor. I just want cold
Like-
so I can get through it.
He's just
Aaron-
dipping his toes in, all right?
Yeah,
We're going to give him a little break here.
I don't need the flavor of the hops.
He's
I
stepping
need
out of
to
his comfort
minimize the
zone.
hops.
I'm just trying to help him where I'm like, well, you should pour it in a glass, but maybe if you need to chill the glass, Andre 3000 over there. So like, then you can,
Yeah, he's
Whatever.
trying other things than Radlers, so give him a little break.
Be happy I'm drinking an IPA at all.
Aaron, you get a golf clap.
I will say it's actually not that bad. It's actually fairly enjoyable. Super cold like this.
It's good.
I do
Oh.
think that if it was any warmer, I wouldn't be drinking it very well at all. Anyway.
Yeah.
What's in that unchilled glass you have there, Rigsby?
So, unlike the uninitiated, I pour good beer into a glass, and I have a very good beer, which is coming near the end since we're past Labor Day now. It is Tropical Truth from Flying Dog.
Yes.
Is the truth, but it has some fruit flavorings in it that makes it excellent.
So good.
Yes, it is excellent. And since Daniel appreciates it so much, what does Daniel have tonight?
So I got by Sierra Nevada, Big Little Thing IPA, Imperial IPA.
Very cool.
And I did the correct thing, and I poured it in a glass.
That's correct.
Very
Cheers.
nice.
Cheers.
Cheers, sir.
What do you have, Johnny?
I have from Silver Branch Brewing Company out of Silver Spring, and I've never had anything from them, actually. Beyond the Gnome World. I fell in love with the can arts, though. Bunch of little gnomes on a Viking ship.
Nice.
So I'm down with that.
Yeah.
Not like Lord of the Rings shit. This is like garden gnomes, so don't get too
Yeah,
excited.
you're dangerously getting into the
I'm on
fantasy
the razor
world.
edge.
Yeah.
I'm on the razor's edge here. I'm getting out in front of this right now before you guys spin this in any way, shape, or form. Because I was like, oh, that's really awesome. And then as I was getting checked out, the guy's like, oh, cool. And then I thought in my head, I'm like, this is gonna be somehow Lord of the Rings-esque type nonsense. Can't have this.
There's no gnomes in Lord of the Rings.
There's no gnomes. Yeah.
There's not.
There's no gnomes.
There's not. But it's in the
There's dwarves and hobbits.
No, You're confusing that with the famous or the children's cartoon David the Gnome and his big dog.
Yes.
I've never. Which one's that?
It was on Nick a long time ago.
Yeah.
Way over my head on that one.
You're too young for that, bro.
Yeah, I mean, I had like Double Dare, Legends of the Hidden Temple, Rugrats, Ren and Stimpy.
New Double Dare or old Double Dare?
Yeah,
Old
new-
Double Dare,
yeah.
sir.
Yeah, then you're old enough for David the
Yeah,
Gnome.
you saw it. Yeah.
I
It
maybe
came
I just
on.
don't
It came
recall
on in the middle of the day. It was a transition show between Face and Blue's Clues, and when they actually started getting into like the afternoon stuff. It was a transition show. It was just kind of in the middle, you know. It was like watched a lot of Nickelodeon.
Aaron's a big Nick kid. Aaron, do you still have like a TV guide that told you programming? Like you nailed it down very specifically.
Like, no, that's how they did it. They play like the super young kid stuff early on, and then they'd kind of transition into older stuff throughout the day. And eventually, by the time the kids are coming home from school, you got your Doug and your Rocco's Modern Life,
Rugrats,
and all that stuff. Yeah,
Pete and
Rugrats. Yeah,
Pete and Pete was great.
Pete, actually,
Yeah.
Salute Your Shorts, etc. You know.
Yeah.
Yeah, man.
We're not going to talk about Hey Dude. We don't care about Hey Dude.
Did anybody ever watch that?
No, that's why we don't talk about it. This is dumb. It was an awful show.
What are your thoughts? What were your thoughts on Hey Arnold? I liked Hey Arnold.
Yes.
Hey Arnold was cool.
I thought it was very underrated.
No, it was awesome. That was always on in my household.
Yeah. Yep. Harold's a good show.
That and Cat Dog and Rocco.
Cat Dog. Rocco was like sneaky good.
Yeah.
Like
Rocco is probably the most underrated Nick show that they ever aired.
Rocco, you could probably watch now as an adult and you would laugh at different stuff.
Oh yeah.
Right?
Absolutely you would.
Yeah.
It's kind of like Ren and Stimpy, but not as like overt. Like Ren and Stimpy's way more overt about it. Like they're like, we're hiding the jokes. Ren and Stimpy, it was like very clearly in your face. Like to the point where like parents are like, you literally can't watch this. Like,
no, I wasn't allowed to watch it when I was a kid.
Oh, we watched it.
We watched it as kid, which actually probably explains a lot. That's why Eric and I are the way we are.
Yeah.
We watched Ren and Stimpy.
We watched it.
We watched it. Yeah. But,
we actually had, my brother and I had, they had like, they put out like albums from Ren and Stimpy.
The
like
CD.
With songs and stuff, with the log
Christmas
song
CD. I remember
and,
that. Yeah,
like,
man.
all that stuff. Like, oh man, we used to listen to that all the time.
Shaving Day. Yep.
Yeah.
That was a Christmas. That was a Christmas album. I remember that.
Wait a minute. Is that the episode where he gets shaving scum from Santa Claus?
That's exactly what it is.
Yes. Yeah.
Yep.
Right.
Yeah.
I know
exactly what it is.
I know a couple of them.
Dude,
I snuck in episodes and my parents weren't watching.
Every Sunday morning when I have my coffee on Sunday mornings, I have a Ren and Stimpy mug that my mom gave me for Christmas.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
That's awesome.
Yeah. That's so great. All right, see yins next week.
Look at Aaron. He's chugging that beer. He's like, I need to get it down. I
Come
need
on,
to get
Aaron.
it
Warms
down.
up. It's getting worse as it warms up.
He's like, I need to go get my Paps out of the freezer.
Come on, Aaron. Come on, Aaron.
Hey, that won an award, okay? It won a blue ribbon.
What a blue ribbon.
It's funny you bring that up. Because I've never wanted to fight somebody over a beer choice, but I thought about it this week. So we had Aaron and I did the decks in Laurel. Great time. We really had a good time. Like the hockey was great. The people were great. However, on Friday night, Aaron and I were kind of talking because we got drafted to two separate teams. And this guy came up. He had 3 beers and he handed Aaron one, had one, and he goes, "Oh, here you go." And I said very politely, "Oh, an old German." I was like, "Oh, I thought it was an Icy Light." I got super excited. And he goes, "Icy Light? You're crazy. Like, that's horrible." And Aaron just like looked at him like, "Oh no, this is not the guy you wanted to have that argument with."
Wait.
Yeah.
forget the fact that you thought it was Icy Light. He's saying that Old German is better than Icy Light.
That's
No.
No, not Icy Light. This is Iron City, straight iron. 20-pound hammers.
20-pound hammers.
Yeah, I was very upset.
So he was saying that Old German is better than Iron City.
Yeah, which is total malarkey.
They're in the same group.
Yeah, they're in the same group. And you can have cheap beer, especially like, and it's cheap beer. Let's just be 100% honest. It's good. I like it. But like, I think especially when you're like, that's like somebody essentially going like, well, I don't like Bud Light. I like Coors Light only. And you're saying Bud Light's trash. Yeah. That's your opinion. They're literally the same. Yeah.
Except Bud Light is worse than
Bud Light does suck. Coors Light, Bud Light, that's like, Bud Light is very super low on my list. Very super low. But like, especially with cheap beer, like I'm almost to the point, I guess that's how I know I'm aging appropriately. Now it's more like I have a hierarchy of where I want my cheap beer. But then also like at the same time, like if someone's like, oh, I just have this, I'm like, okay. Like when I was younger, I'd be like, no, I'm good. I'll get this or that. Now I'm just like, nah, it does the same thing.
You're not going to turn down a free beer.
Yeah.
No.
Like I'll drink anything. I mean, come on. Just You want a free beer? Sure.
Yeah.
Give me whatever you have.
Yeah.
But especially when someone's calling, Ray and the boys swinging 20-pound hammers, I get a little upset about that. He's not some airhead on a beach petting kitty cats. Like Ray knows what he's talking about. I get really mad about
that. Tell him, Ray.
We're gonna have to post the video clip somewhere so people know
absolutely.
What the hell we're talking about.
Actually, if we ever do like a Halloween in Johnstown, we need to go as like Ray and the boys.
Yeah, we'll go as the crew. Yeah. Oh my god. Oh my god.
For the hammers, what we should do is do what Red Fang did and make the beer mallets and stuff. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yes.
Carry the Icy Light stuff. Oh. Tell him, Ray. You tell him.
There are so many obscure references in that last little conversation that
I know.
You're gonna have to go to Twitter to figure out what the hell we just said.
Right.
If you're following at home and get them all, you get the mega bonus. you get the mega bonus. But good luck. But to close out, like cheap beer. Iron City's better than Old German. I'll drink Old German, but Iron City's way better.
I don't think I've ever had an Old German before.
I've only seen it a few times in my entire life.
Like they have it around the corner over here, but I've never had it.
Yeah, grab a 6-pack next time. Grab a 6er.
Probably not.
Or don't.
Yeah. Or don't.
Yeah. Or just grab something else.
Or get the beer you normally get.
If they have IC hammers there, just grab those. Don't even worry about Old German then. But Aaron, what were your thoughts on the decks this weekend?
It was fun. I had a blast. I don't know. There's not really a whole lot to say. I mean, it's about what I expected it to be. They throw you on a team with people you don't know, and you make 9 new friends and play some hockey. It was fun.
It was good. I smoked you in the chugging competition.
No, you didn't. It was you and me for 1 and 2. You beat me. Yes.
It was like
you didn't smoke me.
It was like Usain Bolt, like a high school 3rd string track kid going for 2nd. That's what it was.
No, come on. You didn't smoke me.
I've seen John open the throat. You were close?
It was.
I don't think he was that close.
I wasn't going to win. Close. I wasn't going to win.
No.
John had me handily, but he didn't smoke me.
So
nobody else had a chance at all.
So I think the 2 highlights of the weekend for me, and it involves Aaron. So there are actually 3 things. So first, Aaron, tell them about your team selection. Please tell everybody about your team selection, please.
So the teams were, I guess, woodland themed in some way.
No, like American truck stop. American truck stop. So we had, so you had a kitty cat with like the firecracker popsicle. You had bucks and does, which is very clever, which is woodland theme. You had the wolves.
It was truck stop.
Yeah,
wolf
pack, and then the eagles.
Yeah. Okay. All right. Now I didn't hear that truck stop. Okay, I get it now.
Yeah.
That's a better way to put it.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, I got chosen for the Wolf Pack, which was by far the best jersey.
It was a good looking sweater. It was a good looking
sweater.
sweater.
The only thing it was missing, though, I saw him. The only thing it was missing
was the moon and the
There was
howling.
no moon.
Moon.
There was no moon. You gotta have
Should have been moon.
It should have been moon on there.
Moon.
No, it's
moon. There's no moon.
It was just the three wolves just like staring into your
Right,
soul
but no
instead
moon.
of howling at
Right.
the moon.
Right.
What they should be doing, that's what wolves do all the time.
I mean, that's what I've
Mhm.
seen on the side of
else?
Vans and ill-fitting T-shirts. So
And leather jackets.
yeah,
Leather jacket. Don't forget the leather
Aaron.
jacket.
Aaron, yes.
Yeah.
My stepdad had one of these in the 90s.
Oh
He had
my
the
gosh.
the airbrush leather jacket with the three wolves.
Moon.
The fucking moon.
That is
Shit you not. Had the
awesome.
fucking tassels and everything.
That is spectacular.
Dude, if he
You
still
know-
has it, I'm gonna take that shit from him. I'm gonna wear that to fucking OPG one time.
yes,
No, you're wearing that to family dinner.
Asiagos. That's right.
And you better have a bolo tie on with a jean
Well,
shirt.
At least
Yeah.
the collared shirt. Just have
Yeah.
a collared
Yeah.
shirt on.
Please bolo tie. But continue, Aaron.
So
As we
yeah.
digress.
Yeah, I was on Team Wolfpack or whatever, and Johnny was on Kitty Pops.
Kitty
I think
Cats.
is what the team
Yes.
was
That's not
was given
Woodland.
the name. Yeah, no, it's
No,
truck
it's
stop.
truck-
It's
it's
truck
truck
stop.
stop.
Truck stop.
Truck
yeah.
stop.
Yeah, truck stop. Anyway, yeah, John was on Team Kitty Pops, and
Yep.
it was a good little tournament. We had a little side bet going on between me and John about who could get to 5 points first.
Yeah, and you guys were dragging me in our group text that, Aaron's going to smoke you, no freaking way, blah, blah, blah. Didn't happen.
It did seem like there was more confidence in me to get to 5 first.
Yeah.
But
It was pretty close.
It was very close. We'll not deny it. It was very close. It was very
And-
close.
actually, I told Daniel this, but I'd forgotten about this when we were recounting the game where we both got to 5 points, or no, where you got to 5 points and I was still at 4. So
Yeah.
it was the game that we were facing off against each other, in fact. And John was up 4-2, I think.
Yeah, you had a goal and an assist in
No,
that
4-1.
game.
4-1, actually. You were up 4-. I only had 1 point up to that point because it was the
Yeah.
third game we
It was
played.
early on.
First game, and I got a goal in the second game. Then in the third game, when me and John played against each other, I ended up with 2 goals and an assist in the second period.
Mhm.
And then closing out that period, I actually forgotten about this until I was telling Daniel about it earlier today. I had a breakaway with 20 seconds left in the period, and I nearly buried it, but the goalie got her toe out
Yeah.
in front of it. So
Yep.
that would have been 5. It was very
Oh.
close. Then John scored in the third period and sealed the deal for his 5 points. So it did come down to the wire. It was very
And
close.
then we ended up playing each other in like the consolation silver championship.
Mhm.
I scored very early on and immediately yelled at Aaron, "That's your minus."
Absolutely.
Were you guys jawing the whole game?
Oh yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Later
course.
in the game though, Aaron scored and I just yelled from the bench. I literally just came to the bench, whistle blew, Aaron came on, went down the ice, had a really nice shot and scored. And he looked like on the ice, like, oh, and then I yelled from the bench. I was like, still positive. And like just yelled at him the whole time.
Then the play kind of went. I actually had
Yeah.
to go by their bench for the play, and I said, "Well, then get back on the ice so I can give you a
Yeah,
minus."
he was all mad. But I think the best was when we played each other on Saturday. So that was my back-to-back. Aaron had a break. Anyway, Aaron went down the ice. I literally just got on the ice like maybe 10 seconds before. Skating up the ice with Aaron. Could see him because he was on the other side. He stopped. He cut in, shot at far side. Really nice shot. I was the first one on his team I gave him Nux, and I said, "Nice shot, buddy." And his team was all bent. They're like, "What the hell? You don't even know that guy. Like, you're just giving him Nux." Like, Aaron was
No,
like,
actually, I kind of skated a strange. I don't know. I skated a weird direction, and yeah, I gave glove tap to Johnny, but the teammates were kind of already going to the bench. I actually didn't give my teammates any glove taps. It was just an opposing team member. So yeah, I got back to the bench, and they're all like, "You're gonna give glove taps to the other team, but not to us."
Aaron's making frenemies. But no, Aaron, tell him when you got drafted. What happened? A little calamity there.
Oh, so the way that they were having the draft done, they would call out 4 names because there's 4 teams. So they'd call out 4 names, and you go up and you stand on your spot or whatever, and then the previous winner of the previous round's chugging contest would get to pick of like the people who are available in that draft round. They'd get to pick. So me and John and 2 other people go up there, and we just I didn't know what was going on. I found an open spot, and I guess Johnny did the same thing. So they came over to me, the Wolfpack guy came over to me with the jersey and said, "Come on, Johnny Walker," because I guess I was standing on the spot where John was. So they're like, "Oh, Johnny Walker, that's a great drinking name. Come on, Johnny Walker."
Oh,
And they gave me the jersey, so I had to like. It's like, no, that's whatever. It's him. But
He didn't say anything. He didn't say anything until like 10 minutes later.
so they got the 4-point guy. They got the 4-point guy, but they could have had the 5-point guy.
Yeah.
Yeah. They wanted
they
the
got,
5.
They got the guy who ended up winning.
Yeah. Third place.
Ooh,
Third place there, Jackie Moon. Congratulations. You're going to the NBA.
Actually, this is very interesting. I'm not sure why they did it this way. They had the 2 championship games, the gold championship and the silver championship game. The losers of both games didn't get anything. So that Eagles team that lost in the gold championship, they were technically third because we got silver medals. Wow. So we were the silver champions.
Do you have it with you?
I have it. It's downstairs.
Oh, come on.
Do you really want to see? It's a bottle opener.
No,
says,
I don't want to see it.
You don't want to see it.
Cool. It's
cool.
You know what I think? You know what I think was great was, I think the best thing that could have happened to your game this weekend was me and Riggs not playing. The real alcoholics of Beers in the Lot. Because I guarantee you, we would have been smashing beers.
And the thing is,
until wee hours of the morning.
Yeah, and I know, I'm more of a social alcoholic. Where if I'm around Riggs, Riggs and I, we go deep into the night together. But like, if it's just me, I'm not gonna just, hang out and pound beers by my lonesome. Not that he does either, but yeah,
I'm sorry.
But I mean, believe me, when I need to, you guys know, if I need to tie one on, I tie one on. That's not a problem ever.
Yeah. I've seen you 2-fist old fashions at dinner.
Yes.
And not eat your meal. And I had to yell at you like you were a child to eat your dinner.
Eat your chicken parm.
Yeah, I know.
And then me have to take your third old fashioned and drink it myself.
Yes.
And then almost get in a fight later.
Yes.
Yeah. I was totally fine the next morning.
Yeah.
Fresh as a daisy. Fresh as a daisy. But then, so the best thing I heard the entire weekend was my girlfriend Jess came to watch a little bit of the Saturday game. So we had a break. I played first, then Aaron played, and then I played again, and then we had a back-to-back against Aaron's team. So Aaron had this like weird, better schedule, whatever you want to call it. I kind of prefer the back-to-backs because less changing in and around my gear. Anyway, she made an interesting comment about Aaron's game. What did she say, Aaron?
She said, Aaron looks like he plays soccer. And and this is important because my response to Jess was that for 20 years, Daniel and John have been telling me that I have a recurring theme when I play. Then I'll get the
Yes.
puck, I'll lose it into my skates, somehow get it back again on my stick, lose it into my skates again, and just repeat ad nauseum. That's all. And she made that observation after watching me play for like 30 minutes.
I had no hand in her saying that.
She had no.
How much hockey has she watched?
Yeah, I know.
She watches like NHL when I'm, around and stuff, but she has never seen a beer league tournament or anything. The only reason it was just easier for her to come this weekend was because she drove my truck. So I had a few pops at the end, but she's never seen me play, any other beer league people play. So like the fact we finished our game, I just said, hey, like to her. And then I went in the locker room, had the back-to-back, and then literally right after I'm walking out, and she, as we're walking out, said this about Aaron. Because she's like, oh, you both look really good. She goes, but Aaron, like, it's like he played soccer when he was younger. He loses his feet all the time. And I'm like, I literally turned to her.
That is fucking great.
I turned to her. I almost hit the wall because I was like, I have been on this for 20 years on the soapbox, like all the time. But
Yep.
Yeah.
Oh, that's great.
It's a thing.
Yeah.
But the key is that I get the puck back.
Yeah.
I might lose it in my feet, but I get it back.
Yeah. I get it back. Yeah. No, but you actually, like I said, you skated very well this weekend. Like everything in OFBG that we tell you to do and you never fucking do. Seriously, you had so much space and you just fucking took it.
I did feel, for whatever reason, I felt a whole lot more confident.
Yeah.
With the puck on my stick. I don't know why.
There was a lot more space this weekend.
There was more space.
More space to be had.
It was kind of weird because, and I think we talked about it when we were there, that like when we play an OFBG, people know you, so they know how to play you. But when you play in a tournament like this, then nobody knows you, so they only know what they've seen of you. So if you come out of the gate and look like you can handle the puck, then they'll probably give you a little bit more room. So I must have gotten lucky and looked like I knew what to do with the puck early on, and they gave me a little bit more room. At least that's kind of how it felt.
Also, there was a fatigue factor, I think, too.
Yeah. Oh, yeah, absolutely. So later on, some of those guys were just too tired to come get me. So. But it's like the good player effect. It's like people are afraid to go after good players because they're afraid they're going to get walked or something like that.
All you got to do is
play him hard.
Yeah.
All you got to do
hard.
Play any good player hard.
Yep. Stay inside their hip pocket. That's all you got to do.
Mm-hmm.
If you're on their
time if you deny anybody time and space, they're gonna make a pressured play that is not what they want to do with the puck, which means you're doing your job.
Yeah, that's all you got to do.
That's all you got to do.
So many guys will back off of those good skaters, and then they get walked, and they wonder why. It's like, well, you gave them, 6 feet of space to get speed on you and go around. Like all you had to do was, gap up or get inside their hip or whatever, like whatever you want to call it. Like just, take away the space. They're going to give the puck up.
It's the right play. I mean, when you don't have time and space, the right play is to get rid of it.
Or you make a move they don't want to,
Yeah,
like
right.
Even if they
do something that's higher skill.
Even if they can make a move around you, at least you did something, and they had to do something that they didn't necessarily want to do,
right. Yeah, for those players that do have a lot of skill, you got to force them to use as much of their skill as they got.
Yeah.
Because at some point you run out. You run out of skill, you run out of talent. Everybody runs out of talent eventually.
Yeah. Aaron did it. And the guy passed it right to me.
Yeah, I did that in a playoff championship game, actually, PG once.
Yeah.
One of the best skaters in our league, and got right in his face on a forecheck, and he gave it to
Passed
Daniel
right
at
to
the top
me.
of the key. And it went in the net and ended up winning the game.
Of course it went in the net.
Of course it went in the net. It came off Daniel's stick. But yeah, anyway, the tournament was a lot of fun. I know I can speak for John too and say that it was a blast. Definitely enjoyed it.
Cool. Yeah, absolutely.
I was a little jealous all weekend, but I definitely could not make that happen that weekend.
Yeah, it happens.
Yeah.
There was a guy on my team from Raleigh. One guy was from
Was it
PA
Mike?
area. No, it wasn't. I actually asked him point blank. I was like, "Hey,
You know
are
Mike?
you?" Well, he definitely didn't look like him, but I was like, "Oh, do you know Mike?" He's like, "No." I'm like, "Oh, well, he played." I said it was like he's down in the Raleigh area. I don't know if you know the name,
Yeah.
And then I didn't berate him because he didn't know, but I was like, "Hey, you idiot! How do you know him?" And then of course I was like, "Yeah, you're a Canes fan." He's like, "Yeah." I'm like, "Your owner is dumb." That's exactly what I said. It's like, "Your owner is dumb." So
He probably agreed with you.
no, you know what? You know what his exact words are? I found it interesting because he said, no matter how you spin it, it doesn't look good. And the fact that he makes more than some of the guys that have been busting their ass on the team, considering the guys they let walk, he goes, "You're creating locker room problems."
Yep.
I was like, yeah,
Yeah.
you probably are. But
Yeah.
hey, according to the Carolina Hurricanes, they drafted Svechnikov before him, but they have their eye on Kotkaniemi for years. Don't worry about it. They clearly had
Oh
a good,
yeah. There was
get out of here.
There was definitely a plan.
It was the long game.
Oh yeah.
Oh yeah.
Definitely
yeah.
planned.
Yeah.
But I love the fact that Bergevin turned around, got a player under their cap for 4 years who's a good player
Yeah.
in Dvorak. Now, granted, he probably paid a little more, at the first and second, but he had capital.
Found money.
Yeah, he had found money.
Money
and,
in that.
And actually, think about it though. Any GM in the league worth their salt, where if you're looking for a 1 or 2 center at that point, like Dvorak could possibly slot in for Montreal, whatever GM it is like, well, I'll take a first.
Right.
Like they're like, I'll take a first. If you're asking for a player, because especially centers and defensemen in the league, to find serviceable people to go up and down your lineup, especially in the center position or even your top 4D, those people do not come around often.
That's right.
So unfortunately,
centers are at a premium right now, and it's been like that for, I don't know, like 10 years now, even longer than that, maybe 13 years. They're at a premium.
Yeah.
I hear Aaron's a new center, so
yeah,
you can pick him up.
Played center for basically the first time ever. It started.
Yeah. Mark Bergevin's going to call you next, Aaron.
I doubt it. I sincerely doubt it.
Offer you $6 million a year.
Yeah. I can't pay you 6. I can't pay you 6, Aaron. Could you take 4? Yeah, let me call my agent. Let me see how I can make that work.
Canes will slide in at 5.
Oh. Yeah. I mean, geez. Yeah, I kind of made the joke. I made the joke with our point production this weekend. I was like, imagine what Caroline would have cheated us. Like, League Max? Like, geez.
All right, everybody, that'll do it for this week. If you are an NHL organization looking for a center, we have a recommendation for you. Please contact us via Discord, which you can find us at beersintheLot.com/Discord. Our future NHL contracts can be paid via Patreon. Just sign up for the annual $6 million a year contract option. And you can find that at beersintheLot.com/Patreon. If you are not an NHL organization, though, you can still use those same websites to get to our Patreon and to our Discord. Seriously, come talk to us in Discord. We want to hear from you. So until then, or until next week, we'll see ya. Thanks again for listening.